But Chairman, I have some
Because
questions.
the information.
I have some questions.
No, you ask the question. If you don't have that.
We have some questions relating to his presentation. So allow us to ask questions.
Okay, what I'm saying is this. If it does not get that right, the question you have to go back to the same thing.
No.
So we need him to get it right.
You don't understand what I mean.
Yes.
He is saying that 230 billion has been given to to this book.
Yes.
What we do know from the presentation made by the district is that part of this money was actually given to Junkos.
Yes. No. That is why I'm asking for the percentage.
Yes.
You hear what I'm saying? The question is that what percentage of it went for legacy debt, what percentage of it was for dispose and which one went to this? That is why he said it doesn't have to say. Oh, it's the same question. Yeah. Let me bring those details. Let's have the details of how much of this money went to Gencos, how much of it was meant for legacy debt, and how much of it was actually meant for this one. No, Mbed will not know. I don't think Mbed, because that the Minister of Finance made a line presentation. He didn't substantiate on it because it is not our responsibility, it's the responsibility of CBN. CBN, these folks are paying back this money. They are paying to CBN. They are not paying through Minister of Finance or Mbed. So it was CBN who would tell us. Let us see the presentation that was made on the basis of which this money was given. And in that presentation, what the presentation was
asked for from the yes, and every month
money is
money is deducted.
Yes.
Or is added as liability in their books.
That is why I wanted to tell us the actual decision. If you don't have that deputy governor, we will allow you to come back tomorrow. Now that you understand the question, you can come back tomorrow and then give us this breakdown, and then on that basis you can ask the question. It's a simple, straightforward thing. And then you brought your presentation. This is not from CBN, because there is no any indication that is coming from you. We want a presentation. You are talking on oath. We should have documents that show CBN making the presentation and signed by somebody. This is not the Minister of Finance has made the presentation. You see on it, it's coming from finance. So tomorrow you come with something signed on your letterhead by CBN, so that any person who picked it many years after we left it know that this presentation was from CBN. We want to take it. So we'll give you over tomorrow.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
There's actually a couple.
Then we want to excuse the President of the Senate to take his seat. We did something wrong. There was no national anthem.
No.
It's okay, Commissioner. What you submitted to the committee. You have it. And you go to
you are saying that the Senate President at this function said that he cannot be giving money to people free. That the agreement he was talking about, what agreement was he talking about, and why is he saying that he didn't favor Nigerians, and why did he sign it?
You know that most of the generating plant we have are thermal generating plant, and so the source of fuel is gas. Now, the IPP called Azura is a plant that generates about 450 megawatts of electricity. Now, before they build that plant, they needed an off-take agreement with the government that yes, we build this plant, government will be able to patronize us. And the universal agreement that most countries don't sign, because those are agreements you say take or pay. Once you sign them, whether you have value for what you sign or not, you pay. Those agreements were signed. It was unnecessary for us to sign it, because at the time they will sign this agreement, it was obvious to everybody that we're not ready in terms of even evacuation of the power from those plants. So if we sign, for instance, that you are going to take power 450 megawatts, whether you take 2 megawatts, you are going to pay full of 450 megawatts. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, that is the kind of agreement it was. The first evacuation was a problem. We're not ready at that time. Now, gas itself is a problem. It is not the fault of the Azura power plant that we are unable to take power, but we are paying for power we are not taking. And it's not small money. And in actual sense, most countries that I know of don't sign those kind of agreement. And that is what the MBP say moving forward, that they are no longer signing. Any person who wants to build and engage in IPP, that is independent power plant, is not going to receive guarantee from government, because once you guarantee that, you are going to be paying monies for power you are not taking. So it is not as if it was for the government to know, because we know that we're not ready not to sign those agreements. And so that is the anger, because you pay about 12 billion a month for power. Maybe you are taking only 30 or 40% of that power. You are paying full. It doesn't make sense. That's it. And so that is what he was complaining of. Is there any other thing you want me to? It's clear. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is.